Alright guys, welcome back to our Sevilla Career Mode, episode number 7. In the last episode, actually before we start the episode off, we left off with offering Vitolo a contract. He accepted it, even though he didn't specify what kind of money he wanted, but we just gave him 5,000 more, and he ended up accepting it, so that's good. And in the last episode, we played 3 games. The first one was in La Liga against a very good team, ATLETICO. At the moment, I think they were in 2nd place, and we won that game 1-0 thanks to Alex Vidal's solo goal. And then after that, we went to a game in the Champions League against Marseille, where we drew 1-1. And then we went to Real Valladolid, and we won 3-2, thankfully. Hopefully these results are getting better and better. We started off with kind of a slow start, but in today's episode, we have a game against Espanyol. Then we have a huge game against Juventus in Europe, and then after that we have as big of a game in La Liga against Atletico Madrid at the Vicente Calderon, which is probably, in my opinion, the 3rd best team in La Liga. Obviously they won the league 2 years ago, back when, you know, their team was there before most of their players left, like Diego Costa, Felipe Luis, etc. But here is our lineup for this game against Espanyol that we are jumping into. It's pretty rotated. I have players like Gamero, Kakuta, Reyes, Iborra in because I want to make sure my team's nicely rotated for that game against Juventus, which is in a couple days. So I don't want players like Teixeira and Higuain being tired. But here is the Espanyol lineup. And if I had to say one thing about Espanyol, the biggest threat is probably either their keeper or their striker. Casilla is a very good keeper in this game, and Caicedo is he has pretty good pace, and he has so much physical. I think his beast rating on Foothead is like in the 80s. So if someone has a beast rating in the 80s on Foothead, then you know that they're going to be a threat. But we start off this game, some poor passing, but Banega wins it back for us. He plays it off to the side to Reyes. He just plays an over-the-top through ball to Gamero, settles it down with his head. Only one job left to do. He does it, puts it into the bottom of the net. We go 1-0 up before the 10th minute, precisely the 8th minute. And, you know, Gamero, he's a good striker and all, but you know how in FIFA there's just some of those strikers that they have good stats, or everyone else likes using them, and just for you they don't play well. For me, Gamero is an example of that, or Aubameyang. Aubameyang does not play well for me, but whenever other people use him, they just absolutely wreck with him. And I think I might look to bring in a new forward in January. I actually have a lot of plans for the January transfer window. I have a lot of players I want to sign going forward especially, but also going in the defense, especially the goalkeeper position, because you guys know how inconsistent Beto has been, and this is going to be another example. Like, what the heck is he doing? He's doing a little dance move, then he just takes him out. Like, he does a somersault, and I don't know how they missed that chance. They hit the side net, thankfully, but here's another look at it. Like, oh my gosh, it just makes me so mad. Keepers in this game are so broken. Here we have a nice little short time of possession later on in the game, a couple minutes later. Suarez gets the ball, doesn't step over. Unfortunately, he puts it past the post, but I think I might have taken it with his weak foot. I'm not sure. But now we go a couple minutes later, Espanyol getting some nice possession, get a whip into the box. I can't clear it. They get a shot. Unfortunately, my keeper saves it. And I'm thinking, alright, Beto, you're proving yourself after that mishap, but just take a look at what happens. I'm not even going to talk over it, just watch.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
That wasn't a defender. That wasn't my defender, that wasn't their defender, it was my keeper. Look at it. Look at this. It just hits him in the head. Like, does he not have arms? Do his arms not function? Seriously, he is probably one of the worst keepers I've used this year. And I think you guys can see why I kind of want to get a new goalkeeper. But we're going into halftime in this game. We're drawing 1-1. I think we probably should be up 1-0. And while we're at halftime, we're going to bring on a couple of players. We brought on Vidal, I think, at right mid. And they have a free kick right here. And Moreno whips it in. Fortunately, we clear the ball out. Gael Kakuta passes it forward to Vidal, the man we just subbed on a couple of minutes ago. He runs. He passes it back to Banega. Gets it to Rami. Plays it to Kakuta. Tries whipping it across. Fortunately, doesn't get to the... Whoa. Did you just see what Kakuta just did?
your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Alright, that fake Bono was pretty sick, but we're going to make some substitutes a couple minutes before the game ends. We're bringing on Higuain and we're bringing on Texeria, hoping that we can maybe get a goal in the last couple minutes to win against Espanyol. But unfortunately, 10 minutes later, we're in the 90th minute and we're getting one last chance. We play to Kakuta, they get a touch, but Kakuta gets it back, takes it down the line, little Ronaldo chop inside. Does a Maradona right here, and how is this not a penalty, guys? He takes out one of his feet and they clear it right after that, and they blow the whistle after they were just parking the bus so hard. But by the stats you can see it was a pretty even game, and this email really concerned me. I've never gotten this email in any career mode I've played, and pretty much they're just saying that I'm awful, I'm an awful manager right now and I need to do something better or I'm getting fired. I've had warning messages from the board, but they've been like, they say something and then they're like, but you're still like the man for the job. But pretty much right here they're saying we don't know if you're the man for the job, which kind of scares me. So go, and that letter probably couldn't have came at a worse time, because now you have to play like one of the best teams in the world, that is Juventus. So I put up probably the best lineup I think I can, but before we look at my lineup, let's look at theirs. Juventus have such a good team. Carlos Tevez, look at that midfield. I know two of those players aren't there anymore. Obviously Pirlo went to New York City FC, and Carlos Tevez went back home to Boca Juniors. I respect Carlos Tevez a lot for doing that. You don't see that often in professional sports, especially soccer. But here is our lineup that I was referring to earlier. It's very strong. I've gone with Koeman on the left side. We know what he can do in big games. We saw that against Barcelona. But let's just jump into this game right now. Hopefully our keeper doesn't mess up. We're in the 19th minute, a couple minutes after the game starts. Play the ball to Texeria, gets it to Kirkowiak, to Higuain. Looks like he's through, but what a tackle from Chiellini. That was timed to perfection, and gosh, Chiellini's so good on this game. I wish I could have a defender like him, but our defenders are good enough. At least I thought they were. Here's the ball with Everett. He does a Maradona. You know when the CPU's skilling on you, that's bad. We get a touch. It falls right back to him, and he puts it off the post into the net. And 30 minutes into the game, we're not doing well. And considering that the board just told us that they're not sure if we're the man for the job, they are getting more unsure by the minute now. And there is the Juventus team celebrating in the corner. As you can see, I talked about, we got a tackle in there, but it just falls right back to him, and Beto just stands still. And you've seen 3 times this episode now. Now I know that was a very good shot, but I want Beto to at least like make an attempt. He doesn't even do that. But after that, I'm thinking, okay, something's not working. I changed the formation up to a 4-3-3 bracket 3 on the bracket 3 one that you know on Ultimate Team. I think it's a very good formation in this game. Very good going forward, and they have 2 center defensive mids, so defensively it's very solid. But Texeria plays the ball to Vidal, does some step overs, gets the ball into the box. It's the 90th minute. Nothing has happened that much this game. We get a corner. You guys know how 90th minute corners are. The keeper comes up for the header, and what would the keeper do? He gets it. Oh, he misses, but Higuain scores the rebound. He picks the ball up, takes it back to the half line. The boys believe in ourselves. Can we win this game? Unfortunately, it's too late, but still, a 90th minute goal against Juventus in Europe. That is such a good goal. Look at that. Game clip recorded. Volleyed by Higuain. But they head back right after the game, and look at this. Oh my goodness. I think that was Asamoah. How did Asamoah miss that? I have no idea how he missed that. But we're going to finish that game 1-1 in the 90th minute. A good result against a team like Juventus, but we've gone with our strongest lineup. The outside wingers were Kakuta and Reyes, and I wanted to focus on this. They're not even starting Antoine Griezmann or Arda Turan, and those are probably like 2 of their best players, if not their best players. So I looked at that as a sign of disrespect, because if they are not starting their best team against a club as big as Sevilla, I want to destroy them. But my mindset was not ready for that, because I'm trying to play, some nice passing, and I headed straight to Raul Jimenez, and even when he slows down, I can't even get the defenders to tackle him, and he shoots it, and thankfully it goes wide. but me being the idiot I am, I pass it off a goal kick. He gets it, and he's not going to miss that. No striker's going to miss that. Puts it into the bottom corner. And I knew that I was in trouble, but I was determined to win this game. Kirkaliak with the defensive monster. Plays it to Teixeira, back to Higuain. It's a little cut inside, and the defender is... What is the defender doing? If a guy beats you, just don't slide tackle him in the box, man. But I am not complaining. He gets the yellow card. Hopefully he can get another one later on in this game, Lucas Hernandez. But we have a penalty now, and Higuain is going to line up to take it. And we all know how clinical of a finisher Higuain is, so it should be of no surprise that Higuain is just going to absolutely destroy this penalty. Look at that, top net. The keeper falls over. Higuain picks the ball up, tells the boys, go back to the line. We got some more business to do. But unfortunately, it takes a little bit longer than I was hoping, but it came eventually in the stoppage time of the 45th minute. 4 minutes added. We win the header at the midfield. Higuain runs past the defense, takes a fake shot inside, gets inside, takes a shot, and when you have a player like Higuain, you just have to put it on target because the ball will somehow find its way into the back of the net. And as you'll see by the replay, we were very fortunate for that ball to go back into the back of the net. But Higuain, nice move there, and it actually megs the keeper and deflects off his legs. So if we were playing that game earlier in the season, I would expect that we wouldn't win that. That wouldn't have gone in because you know how we kind of gotten off to a slow start this season. But we are back on track, just like last episode. Going into the half at 2-1. If you look at the stats, we definitely deserve to be winning that game. And we're going to jump straight into the 67th minute where we steal the ball at the midfield. Teixeira gets it, some step overs, gets past the defenders, gets the ball back fortunately, gets past him, and takes a scoop turn inside. Oh my gosh. Look at those techers, dude. That's almost as good as those techers by Kakuta with that fake Rabona earlier, but something about this game, it did not feel like I was playing on world-class difficulty. It felt like the difficulty below, or maybe even below that, but I'm not complaining because our team is winning games. And I decided to take off Reyes and bring on Traore to try him out, give Adal a little break from coming off the bench. And I was really happy with the team at this point. I also brought on Ibora for Kirkaliak. Just me, or does Ibora sound like Ebola also sometimes when I say that? But let's forget that. Banega plays the ball to Traore, a little chop inside, takes a shot at the keeper. Keeper gets a hand on it, goes out for a corner. Banega's going to line up and take this corner, plays it to Higuain. Higuain does what he does, pointless skill moves, cuts inside, passes across goal for Sweaty. The pass was not there, but the late challenge by the defender was there. Display of lack of self-discipline there, and Jesus Gomez gets sent off. And as you'll see by the replay, it definitely should have been a red. I mean, it's the 90th minute, there's nothing left in the game. They're down by 2-1, and he just goes in with a completely pointless tackle. And we know who we're going to take it again with. The same guy who took the first penalty of the game, Gonzalo Higuain. Can he finish his hat-trick as he's on 2 goals right now? Hits it in the green, 3 bars of power, all the way to the right, and he gets his hat-trick. Hat-trick hero Higuain wins us the game, along with the goal from Teixeira, but there are the players celebrating. There's the keeper just lying on the ground, like crying, I guess. But that is going to wrap up with the game with a sweet penalty, and that is 4-1. There's a number 9, hat-trick hero Higuain winning us the game, along with the goal from Teixeira. Couldn't have done it without him and all the other members of the team. But there you can see by the stats, we just completely dominated them. They had no chance of winning. But here is a little bit of something concerning. Rebello, a very good Chilean cam we have. He's very good potential. He basically came to me and said he doesn't feel settled right now. And I'll try as hard as I can to try and keep him, but we'll see what happens. And as you can see by the table, we're sitting in 9th place now with 15 points. Off by that first place by 9 points now. And that is going to bring an end to today's episode. If you liked it, please drop a like, share it with your friends, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.